Hello folks, the week continues. Let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Yesterday I did a very short, I did it in a very short, very fast manner. We'll see, fast manner. We'll see how we do on today's. Ooh, I kind of like it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the quad template. I'm gonna set yellow as the background. Or I think I'm going to set the yellow. There's the yellow. There it is. And I'm going to set this blue as the background of the body. And right now, these elements are 200 by 150, and all the margins are unset, and so everything is totally there, totally covered by yellow. So let's remove the margin fix. And no, let's put the what do we want to do? Yeah, we're removing the margin fix, and we'll do margins on the body. Margin 20, let's say. Okay. So too much on the top. Make it 10. How about 11? How about 9? Okay. And then 30. What I'm doing is I would like to. And let's put zeros in here just because we really want to understand these shapes. So that's the top margin, right margin, bottom margin, and left margin. And I'm putting zeros until I know what those numbers ought to be. 5, 6, 60. And then I want a gap 10 pixels, sure. And then let's set these widths at something reasonable. Let's set 50. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Is that 100? Okay, 100. And then a gap. We'll increase the gap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is what we have now. Heights are too tall. Probably the height is going to be the same thing as 100. Yeah, 100. Great. Because of the quad template, which is among the plugins on my GitHub, when I make this change to the border radius to 50%, 0, 50%, I get what I want, which is great. Now, we've still got that middle bit. Trust me, I know. Which I think we're going to accomplish with conic gradient. I know, I'm doing things not in good order. That's all right. I don't care today. All right, and we do blue, 75%, and then the yellow, 0. And then we do an at that's some reasonable amount. 40 pixels, 40 pixels. No, wider, 80. Is it 80 by 60 or something? And then we move it with a background position, 100 pixels, 100 pixels, down 2, 3, 125, and then over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's it. Now, our last issue is the placement of the second set of these guys. So right now we got 9 and 60, and we get no change if we make top and bottom both be 9 and the sides both be 60. So the next thing we need to do is think about this gap. So this gap, I can never remember the number, but 80 pixels is the horizontal, and then the Y, of course, it's the Y. If I do 0, no, that's not right. 0, 10, 20, 20, 30. And that might be it. Nope, that's not it. I have it wrong. It's too tall. That means the at of this is a little bit wrong. 40? 45? 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, 50. And that makes this gap, because again, every paragraph element has a margin set on it, to 15, 14, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 18 does it. So I believe we have hit 100% match, but we don't have the proof of that until we get it back from the server. And now we have the proof of that. So let's minify and unit replace. And I think that's good. I really like the quad solution to this. I think it ends up being elegant, but you might not like it. So what if I want to do it again? And maybe I do. I'm not super crazy about it, but maybe I do. All right, so what does it look like if we do that? Let's do blank template and go ahead and put that middle bit on there. And then let's set this background to yellow and see what we need to do to push this into place. 3, I guess we knew it was 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then the height 2, 3, 2, 5, 250. Okay, and then if I add what? So I make a radial gradient, circle at 20 pixels, 20 pixels, and then we go yellow, 30 pixels. I don't think those numbers are correct, but I don't care not right now. Okay, 30, so it's got to be much bigger. 50 and 50 is the position, and then we make that radius bigger. 60, no, how about 50? So it is 50, of course. And we put that in the upper corner, 0, 0, and then give it a width, 200 pixels, 180 pixels, 180 by 150 pixels. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. So this is a technique. So what do we need to do? So, and I'll put the background so you can see this. So we've only created the circle. So what do we need to do to create these shapes? I would say conic gradient, but it's kind of not. And then this kind of gradient, maybe this is a bad idea. I can do it with 2 linear gradients at this point. Yes. So a linear gradient that I'm going to do twice with very specific repeat values. So let's do that. Linear gradient. And we'll just do the first one. We'll just do it manually and then variabilize it if we can. Linear gradient, 90 degrees. We'll do some ridiculous colors. Red, blue, purple. Let's say, put it at 100, 0, 0, and then make it 100 pixels wide and 30 pixels tall, and no repeat. And I need to add a comma. There it is. So now we can see it. So what I wanted to do is just do this part, right? And then I can use basic, very similar numbers to do the one below it, because I just need to cover in these little shapes. And I guess that, there's aspects of this we could do. We could add elements. We could add, there's other stuff we could add. And then there would be what? In terms of other techniques, just thinking out loud, there would be border image solutions that could be brought to bear for this as well. I am not good at those yet, but I will be eventually. All right, so linear gradient. Let's put this into place. So it's got to be lower. 60. Oh no, lower is here. 60 pixels. Pixels. And then over 20 pixels. There we go. 30. I really want to hit it right at the tangent. What would be the tangent line? 40. Oh, and I guess we know it is 50. And is that too high? How about 50? So it's 50 and 50. Oh no, 50 and 50. Yeah, and then the width of that 200. Okay, so now let's put real colors in there. We do that, and then transparent, and then the yellow again. Oh, and then this is black, and I want it to be transparent. Boom, now it's transparent. And I need color stops. 20 pixels, 30, 40. That looks nice. 0, 100 pixels. 0. Okay, so a little further over. 50. There it is. And then a little further over for this one as well. 110, 20, 30. And then this is too wide. How about 190? Okay, how about 180? Okay, so that's our gradient. Yeah, that's our gradient. So this can now be a variable. We're going to say var g, sure, and then dash dash g is this big thing. And then we're going to do, can I do a repeat? No, I can't. I shouldn't do a repeat. I have specifically created this in a way that I can't do it as a no repeat, or as a repeat y or repeat x. So this one is minus, no, that's not right. I think it's just need to be vertically down. 1, there it is, so 150. And let's submit that. Waiting, waiting. Waiting on the back end. Okay, so yeah, that solves it. Is it good? I'm going to move this background onto this element. Is that a good idea? Again, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, 10 pixels, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then I'm going to make the background on the body be this blue. Great. And that means any usage of blue should be transparent here. There. And that common gradient needs a vertical value, 50 pixels. 70, 80, 90, 100, okay. And then this gradient has got, I don't want to do a width, and I want to have the repeat, so I want to do this. I want to say, oh no, I still need a height, don't I? But I want to be able to say 100%, because 100% is a nice value. Because after a percent, I don't need a space, and that saves me a little bit of business. So that means that this gradient needs to start transparent. So what, 50 pixels, 50 pixels, comma, 0, 100 pixels, comma, 180, comma, transparent 0. That's a mess. What have I got going on here? Have I gone too far? Oh, because I've got these values are wrong. It should be 0% on the x-axis. So 0%. And then the vertical is okay. It's 100% wide. Okay, and then that's perfect. That's great. And then this, oh, this needs a value. That's what's missing, 200 pixels. 220 through 30. And that's another solution. So we've got 2 linear gradients, 1 conic gradient. It's kind of excessive. You know. So if I remove that, that's what we got. So what if I remove this conic gradient? Is that better? No, because I still need a very specific gradient there. I'm not sure this is much better, but let's submit it, make sure it's 100%, and then minify, and I think we're done. Can I think of other ways to do this? Yes, of course. Many, several. Minify, unit replace. In fact, I'm thinking of more now. All right, I think one more. So if I don't put the, all right, so blank template. It's just trouble. Trouble is what I'm saying. So conic gradient, let's do conic gradient. Oh no, radial gradient. Radial gradient. Circle at, and while I was saying what 50 pixels, 50 pixels, this is going to be like 80 pixels. 80 pixels. Like I don't even know what the number is with regards to the. Okay, so there's a circle. Let's put it in the right place. Further over, 100, 110, and then less far down, 75. Okay, and then we give that, we say, okay, you're at 0, 0, the top corner, and we say you're at 50%, and then 50%. So interestingly, the Y value is just great, but this value is not. 40, 45, 45. Well, that's pretty great. We'll take that. Like, we'll take that for sure. In fact, I really love that. All right, so let's put a background on this. We'll say pink. And I want to make it so that that thing is only within the checkerboard that I need for this, the blue and yellow checkerboard. So we got to push it down further. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's got to be taller, and 5, and then further over, 80, 90, 100. Is that the correct height? No, it has to be taller. How about 160? 160. So now I need a conic gradient that encompasses that. Okay, so the background of this is a conic, and I guess I want to put this blue in, don't I? Yeah, this is that. Okay. So now I need one conic gradient. So this is better than any of the other solutions. That's usually how it goes. If I made these videos 2 hours long, you would get the best possible solution. That's not how I do it. I just want to get to 100%. And that's, you know, talk about a little bit my process and hopefully make something that's, you know, worthwhile to somebody. If only to me. All right, and we can do that as a repeating conic gradient, can't we? Repeating blah, and then it's the first color is going to be that, 25%, and I guess we need 2 color stops because we're doing it as a repeating. So there's the blue, and actually we can do it as transparent because blue is the default below us, and then the yellow, 0, 50%. Okay, so now we have a checkerboard. It's a mutant checkerboard right now because we don't have a position. 0, 0 doesn't change anything, but we need a width, 100 pixels, 100 pixels. So there's your crazy checkerboard. Let's adjust these widths. So different width, 10, 20, 30, 40, 30. Oh, and I don't have the at correct, so I need to fix that. So we need to be over more. Oh, of course, it's 50, 55, no, 51, 52, and then a little less, 56, 55. Okay, and a little taller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and a little less wide. How about 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 31, 32. Okay. 2 gradients. Paragraph element, body element. A lot cleaner, I think. It is 100% match. We will minify and unit replace. And what? Replace the word circle with 1Q. And I guess that's it. I think that's it. And again, these plugins, all the ones that I've used, the quad template, the blank template, minify, unit replacement are all GitHub plugins on and that is the better score. All right, all done. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Go make that web page. Have you made a web page yet? Go make a web page. It's fun to make a web page. It's really fun to make a web page. Make something that's for you and not for, as Yanis, the thinker, the Greek thinker, techno-feudalist. Don't make something for them. Make something for you. Put it on the web. It's great. All right, get out of here. Bye-bye.